Hello students, Sudha Malhotra, PGT Chemistry, Kendriya Vidyalaya ITPP Dehradun. So today I'll discuss some conceptual questions of P block elements. Questions of 8 marks are usually asked from this lesson. The content of the lesson we have already done. Let's apply that knowledge to solve the basic questions of the unit. Nitrogen or oxygen or fluorine shows anomalous behavior. Why? See the from the periodic table at given at the top. The first member of 15th group is nitrogen, of 16th group is oxygen, and of 17th group is fluorine. Why do they show anomalous behavior? The answer is due to small size, high electronegativity, high ionization enthalpy, or non-availability of d orbitals. Why do nitrogen exists as diatomic molecule? Why phosphorus is tetraatomic in nature? Or nitrogen can form triple bond, phosphorus, arsenic, antimony form single bond. Oxygen exists as O2 but sulfur exists as acid. And these are the questions for which a single answer is there, that oxygen or nitrogen both have unique ability to form pi multiple bonds with itself and other elements of same size like carbon, oxygen, etc. Why melting point and boiling point of sulfur is very high as compared to oxygen? The question is twisted and asked, nitrogen and oxygen exist as gas and phosphorus and sulfur exist as solid. The answer is oxygen exists as discrete O2 diatomic in nature and sulfur exists as polyatomic molecule. Inert pair effect, a very important topic, inert pair effect. The reluctance of electron pair to take part in bond formation is called inert pair effect. Why do the higher oxidation becomes less stable as we move from top to bottom in a group? And the answer is due to the inert pair effect. The inner s orbitals do not take part in the bond formation. Oxygen has maximum covalency 6, rarely exceeds 2. Other group members, sulfur, selenium, tellurium, the covalency exceeds 4. Or why nitrogen shows maximum covalency of 4, but heavier elements show or can expand covalency up to 6? Why nitrogen forms NCl3 and not NCl5, but phosphorus forms PCl3, PCl5, PF5? So the answer is same for all. In oxygen or nitrogen, there is absence of vacant d orbitals in the outermost shell to expand covalency. Comment on the oxidation state of oxygen. Does oxygen shows positive oxidation state? Or compounds of oxygen with fluorine are called fluorides and not called oxides? Why? See, electronegativity of oxygen is very high. So it shows negative oxidation state, -2. But in some cases, such as in OF2 and O2F2, it shows positive oxidation state as well. In OF2, oxygen shows +2, and in O2F2, it shows +1 respectively. The compounds of oxygen and fluorine are called fluorides, not oxides, because the electronegative element is always placed on the right hand side of the compound. So it's called fluorides. We don't call it's called sodium chloride. We don't say chlorine sodium. Nitrogen as inert shows least reactivity and it's highly stable. Why? Nitrogen has triple covalent bond between two nitrogen atoms and the bond order is 3. Bond order is directly proportional to stability. Higher the bond order, greater is the stability. And if it is a stable molecule, large amount of enthalpy is required to break the bond. You say bond dissociation enthalpy is very high, and that is why nitrogen is inert, and it shows very less reactivity, and it's highly stable. Why H2S is a gas and H2O is a liquid, though oxygen and sulfur both are the elements of the 16 group. The hydride of one is gas and the hydride of other is liquid. Or why ammonia has a higher boiling point than pH 3? Why boiling point of water is more than H2S? So students, same answer for all the three questions is hydrogen bonding. Intermolecular hydrogen bonding exists in the molecules. They show higher boiling point or they exist as liquid. What is hydrogen bond? A bond formed between hydrogen and electronegative element. And the consequences of hydrogen bonding is the high boiling point or the change in physical state to liquid. Now let's go to the another important topic. Why do the hydrides of 15th and 16th group act as legions? Why do they act as legions in complexing agents or in coordination compounds? See, ammonia has nitrogen which has a single lone pair of electrons and water has two lone pair of electrons. Transition elements are short of electrons. These legions they give the electrons and which is accepted by the transition elements via coordinate bond from donor to the acceptor. Such compounds formed are called coordination compounds. We'll study about it in detail in the coming days to come. Catenation is another important property found in the elements of the P group elements. Property of self linkage to form long straight or branch chains or rings, and carbon shows maximum catenation. Catenation depends upon the bond strength. Stronger is the bond and more is the property of catenation. The question is why nitrogen shows less tendency for catenation as compared to phosphorus? Because nitrogen single bond is weaker than phosphorus bond because of high interelectronic repulsions between non-bonding electrons in nitrogen as compared to phosphorus. So catenation tendency is weaker in nitrogen. So students, we have done a few of the basic questions here. I'll continue with the oxo acids of sulfur, phosphorus, halogens, and some compounds of xenon in my next video. Till then, stay safe, stay sound. Thank you.